It's time to get serious. This is Ethan with Draft Magic, and today we're going to draft Magic again, finally. Today we have a guest. Matt Thayer is on the line from Redding,
Hello.
California, the man who introduced me to this game ages ago.
Yeah, that is my one claim to fame in
Yep.
life.
That's what he's known
would
for.
be, yeah.
We're going to do a Swiss queue this time, so I actually have to play all 3 rounds. And I'm going to take myself a little less seriously this time, too. It's time to admit that sometimes I can
take
lose,
yourself
too.
seriously?
Yeah, I was a little too hard on myself in the last draft, I think. It wasn't fun because I got frustrated because it went wrong. Sometimes it goes wrong. That's just how drafting goes. Even the best drafters in the world have train wreck drafts. It feels...
That's true.
And it feels worse when you're recording it. If you just train wreck a draft by yourself, it doesn't really matter. You just drop from the tournament and go do something else. But when you're recording it, it's like you're committed and you... Damn it, I devoted this time to this. I'm creating some content here, no matter how bad it is. So we're at 6 people in the queue. I could pause this, or maybe this is entertaining.
I don't know.
Cut it later.
I mean, I'm enjoying it.
Yeah.
But then I'm weird, so.
Well, we all are a little bit, I suppose. All right, I'm going to pause this until this fires up. All right, we finally got 8 people here, and the draft is firing up. Let's open something awesome.
Firing up. Excited.
Endbringer. Well, that definitely qualifies as pretty awesome. I mean, it's huge. It's a 5/5 for 6 that does all sorts of crazy things. Pings things, makes things not able to attack or block, draws cards even. Pretty good. We're probably taking that. I can't imagine passing it. Pretty strong pack, though. Bailoff Null is really good. Returning 2 creature cards to your hand and getting a 4/5 creature is pretty big. Birthing Hulk is great, a huge pain in the ass. Spatial Contortion is great in the right deck. Boulder Salvo is a great card. There's a lot of good stuff in this pack. I can't imagine passing an Endbringer, though. No, there's no way. So, we're going to take a rare and be happy that it kills people. What else? Ooh, Isolation Zone is a pretty nice pass. White does not pair very well with colorless naturally. Although Endbringer as a 6-drop can easily be like a splash colorless card, which is nice. And what else are we possibly going to take in this pack? No, there's nothing you can possibly take over Isolation Zone. I mean, this early you just take the best card and move on, I think. Yep. Isolation Zone. Welcome to the deck.
That's awesome.
We might not end up playing both of these cards, but I'm happy to have both of them. Oh, jeez. There's another Isolation Zone. There's also a Stonehaven Outfitter, which, while it's not a great card, the fact that there's a white rare here on pick 3 seems good. As far as white maybe being open, if that's ever a thing that actually happens anymore in this format. Maybe it is. I'm not passing Isolation Zone here, so here we go. We're either going to fight for white or it's going to be wide open and we're just going to destroy everybody.
Wow.
Go Isolation Zone. Give me another good white card. Well, I like Core Sky Climber alright. It's a fine card. I don't really see anything here I'm taking over it. I clearly want to be in white, and I don't know what else I want to be in. Seer's Lantern is a fine card, especially if I have Endbringer in the deck. It's nice, but I'm just going to take the white card and see if we can cut white and get really lucky.
Oh yeah, you might get another Seer's Lantern at some point.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about that. Even if we don't, it doesn't really matter. All right, interesting. Okay, so in white, there's an Expedition Raptor, which is fine. Good card. I'd be alright with taking it. Hedron Crawler is a fine card, too. Crumbling Vestige is a nice colorless source that also kind of mana fixes. Mind Melter's great, but that's nowhere near where we are. Zada's Commando is a great red card. I kind of think I'd like to just stick with white. Crumbling Vestige is fine, too, but...
You're getting past really good white cards.
Yeah, I mean, Expedition Raptor is not the greatest card in the format or anything, but it's a flyer that pumps a couple of your guys up. It's a good card. I'm always happy to have it. Yeah, let's just stay white here and see what happens. Alright, well, there's no white card here, so where are we going? Containment Membrane is removal. Not that
Bonesaw.
White has everything to do with. We have the almighty Bonesaw here, which saws bones and things. Huh, this is kind of a weird pick here. I could take a Waste just to have one in case we get like a Pilgrim's Eye or an Evolving Wilds and we want to splash this Endbringer in our white deck. Because I'm not really passing anything here, right? What am I taking?
Yeah.
Like a blue card or I mean, Netcaster Spider is okay. I guess we'll just have a Waste here and we'll see what happens.
Are you sure you don't want the Ancient Crab?
Yeah, see, if I was going to take a blue card, I probably would have taken Containment Zone or whatever it's called, Containment Membrane. But I really don't want to be blue-white if I can avoid it. It's not a very good combination. Here, this is interesting. I don't think Zulaport Chain Mage is amazing, but if you end up in black-white somehow, Tar Snare's still here too. Not that that's a great card, but it's something. Otherwise, what? Alpha Protector? I don't care about that card very much. Chain Mage could be pretty good if black-white ends up happening, so we'll try one. Huh. Well, interesting. There's a lot of different options here. I mean, Mighty Leap is okay. Lead by Example is a good trick if we want to pick up a green card. Akum Flameseeker is a pretty good creature if we want to pick up a red card. I don't think we want Warping Whale. Void Grafter's far from where we are. Huh. I guess I'll take the Flameseeker and see where it goes. I don't know. We have a black card and a red card now, and I don't really know if we're doing something with either of them. Well, there's a Tar Snare. I don't mind picking that up late like this. There's nothing else interesting here. White did kind of dry up after those early isolation zones, so...
So that means that the guy is, well, the people to your, to your left or your right, the opposite side, they're picking white.
Yeah, but I don't think the two people right next to me are picking white.
No.
Because they would have taken the isolation zones, probably.
No, you know that.
But somebody's taking some white cards. I guess Brute Strength is good if we end up in red-white. There's nothing else here that I'm really interested in, so... Alright, now we have another red card. Would I rather have Tar Snare? Do I really want to run 2 Tar Snares in any deck? No. But I'd also rather be black-white than... I'm just going to take the Tar Snare. It's removal. Can't help it. Oh, see, I like Unnatural Endurance. Maybe there just wasn't a lot of black opened, and black actually is open at this table. I don't know. We'll see. Not much to say about the last couple picks. And let's see what pack 2 brings. Right now I would say we're probably black-white, but Reality Smasher, well, that does things. 5/5 trample haste for 5 mana. And they have to discard a card to target it with anything. It's good. It means we're adding another colorless card to our white-black deck? Yeah. But I can't pass it, right? I mean, Havoc Sower is good too, but that's basically a colorless card as well. And I'm just going to take Reality Smasher from doing that. There's no really great white card here. Makindi Aeronaut I like. It's fine. Expedition Raptor again is fine. I think we just take the Reality Smasher, and I don't know what we're doing, but we have powerful colorless rares. I don't know.
You'll need some colorless mana fixers for sure.
We've got the wastes over here, but we're going to have to pay more attention to colorless now for sure. With these 2 powerful colorless rares we want to have. I don't know what the hell we're doing, but we're getting this card now. There we go. Basically 4 different colors right now. Well, we're not really red, but what do you do? Might as well. We're just drafting rares basically, right? Oh no, there's an Oblivion Strike over here. That's a good Magic card. I think we're just going to be black-white splash colorless here. I think there's no real reason to be red like this. Sort these by mana cost and see what this thing looks like. Yeah, I mean, we have to take Oblivion Strike, right? What else can we possibly take here? Yeah. Let's just be black-white. It'll be open. It'll be awesome. We're going to get one of those vampires next, right? The black-white awesome vampire. No, but we get this guy who's good too. And he's foil. See, he wants us to be colorless too. So we definitely want some more colorless sources in this deck, but he's pretty good. He's a little 2/1 flyer that can Chainer's Edict somebody when he comes into play. That's good. What else? And white has Wall of Resurgence, which is good. Makindi Aeronaut again is good. No, we're taking rares. Yeah, we're not passing this card. This is going to be fun. Plus it's foil, so it deals foil damage. There's another rare here, another good rare actually, and it's a colorless source, and I actually really like this card. I've seen it take over games a lot of times. When you get later in a game, being able to draw 2 cards a turn to your opponent's single top deck means you just win. Yeah,
that's a good card.
Yeah, that's a really good pickup for this deck. This is a weird deck, and I love it.
There is the Bonesaw you're passing up.
That's true. That's hard to pass. That's hard to pass. Well, this time we'll let it go. All right, we have another awesome land. What else? Interesting. So there's a Core Sky Climber, which is good Magic card, and we do need some creatures. There's also a Holdout Settlement that would be real nice in our deck. Kozilek Shrieker is probably also worth mentioning, but do we take another creature or another piece of mana fixing? I mean, this fixes for everything. This can be our colorless and our black and our white.
I'd say that mana.
Yeah, we're gonna want. I mean, we have powerful cards. We want to cast them. We don't really care about a 3/2 dork.
Yeah, the mana. I think if you get this mana, then I think that you're okay. Then,
Yeah.
It's like you can fill out the rest of it with whatever you got with creatures and stuff. But
yeah, we're getting closer to okay anyway. Like if we can pick up one more source of colorless of some kind, then we'll really be fine. I don't want a third Tarsier at all.
Searing Light.
Yeah, I probably want a Searing Light. I don't mind even main decking that card. I find that it actually kills a lot of things. Sometimes it sucks, but it's also removal. Alright, sure. Take it, play it. Well, nothing here is super interesting. It might just be the no color. I don't think we want another Chain Mage. We're like a black-white deck that's not an allies deck. And we're really only white because of these 2 early isolation zones, I guess. I don't know. It's not like any other color has really been open, so no color's okay. It blocks and then it makes creatures late in the game, which is good, so sure. I guess I'm okay with him. Oh my god. Stupid. Foil, a rare and a foil rare, and they're both the same shitty rare. That's perfect. Why have one shitty rare in a pack when you can have two?
There's a warden of geometries.
Yeah, I kind of hate that guy, but if we end up desperate for another colorless source, I guess we could play him. Yeah. He's just a 2/3 body is just not really very impressive. I guess I'll put him over here in the deck. We have so many 4-drops, it's done. But
you sure you don't want a tutor for planeswalkers?
I could, in case we open one. I'm gonna be bummed if we open one and don't have that card, but I don't think any of these cards do anything. I guess Stalking Drone's probably the most annoying. I don't think I ever want this guy in my deck. No, you have to be beaten. You have to be beat down for him to be interesting, and we're definitely not beating down anybody. We'll just get that guy out of the way. Okay. Witness the End isn't a bad option to have. Dazzling Reflection. What do you do again? I don't think I need that card. Take a Witness the End for the sideboard, I guess. Tar Snare 1 million.
There's wastes.
Do we really want a second wastes though?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Can't imagine we run 2 wastes in this deck. I guess having another Tar Snare for the side could be good in some matchups. It is.
Yeah.
It's kind of removal. Kills some things some of the time.
Well, yeah, but I mean, even if you blocked something and it's only got 2 left, then you just use that thing.
Yeah. Well, this is strange. We'll see how this comes together in pack 3 here. This is just a weird deck. I don't really know. Hey, the good news is this is a Swiss, so I get to play 3 rounds with whatever this ends up being. Huh. Well, there's a big mythic that says take an extra turn, but I don't think we're very close to casting that card. There's this guy.
Nope.
I feel like he's probably what we want. We can make other stuff cheaper. Maybe we get a big Eldrazi you can go get. Maybe we're just like a black-white control play huge monsters deck. I don't mind that.
Yeah,
that seems
you got colorless creatures to go get.
Yeah, well, this one can go get one with a cost 7 or greater. So we're not there yet, but we could get one.
What about Inspired Charge?
Yeah, except we don't have any creatures.
Yeah,
we're just really short on creatures. I think we want the big guy. I mean, as a 5/5 for 6 mana that just makes your first creature cheaper every turn, he's fine too. Plus, he's a rare.
Yeah,
we're drafting rares today. A lot
that's
of
true.
them. This is a really interesting pick. I think Royal's Retribution is pretty good. Smite the Monstrance is good. Shadow Glider's good, but I think we probably want this card. It's another big guy, and he makes colorless mana. For our other guys, really good with Endbringer.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's probably what we want. I'd like to have one of these removal spells, but we have some removal already, so yeah, we need a big guy. Lots of big guys in this deck. I like how this is coming together, actually. Hey, look at that. There's that Ruin Processor. I would actually like to have this in my deck too. Maybe it'll table. I think this has to be the Ruin Processor. It gives us something to go get with the Conduit of Ruin. We do have ways to remove things. Isolation Zone exiles a creature. Oblivion Strike exiles a creature. It's possible we run Witness the End, which also exiles. So I think it's just Ruin Processor here. We have all the big creatures.
It's crazy, dude.
It is crazy. This is kind of absurd what's happening at the top end of this deck. So it's a matter of surviving until we can get there. I'd love to have another Ruin Processor, but that's probably just absurd, right? We don't need another 7.
Sledge Crawler is good.
It is good. I don't know if it's what we want. There's a Pilgrim's Eye here that can go get our wastes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and block, good too. And block early. Boy, Royal Spout's such a good card. If you ever are in blue-white, at least you get that. I would really like to have that Sledge Crawler, too. I think I have to take Pilgrim's Eye, though. Just seems really good.
Yeah, it kind of helps fix things, doesn't it?
Yeah, we gotta have it. I would like that Ruin Processor, too. As absurd as it is, I think that would be really fun to have another one. Yeah, there's another Kozilek's Channeler here. That seems good.
Wow. This Smite the Monstrous, because you want to be able to pull that out.
Yeah. I would love to have that card. I actually wouldn't mind having this guy just as a 4/5 for 5 mana either. Spawning Bed is also a good card. But I think we just want another one of these guys. He's big, and he helps us cast our other big guys. Yeah. This deck's going to win some games for sure, just because some decks can't handle this many big guys.
Yeah.
We're going to put a lot of fat on the board if we can survive. Now there's an Evolving Wilds that's probably pretty good in this deck too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Silent Skimmer would be okay just as a blocker and a guy, but we're a little short on playables here, I guess. I'm taking Evolving Wilds. Our mana's going to be good, and I like that.
Yeah.
Between the Pilgrim's Eye and the Evolving Wilds, it got really solid.
Mm-hmm.
I guess now I take a Silent Skimmer. Not that I really want another 4-drop here, but I do kind of want creatures, and I kind of need playables, and I'm certainly not running Altar's Reap in this deck. And this guy I don't think even counts. I've never seen this card cast in this entire format.
Yeah, it seems kind of expensive.
Yeah, like a 3/2 body for 5 mana, and then if you play a land, you get to attack with a 5/4, which, like a 5/4 for 5, I guess it has menace. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a good card. Plus, if you 5 mana for a creature that can just die to a burn spell. Well, I guess we take a Dominator Drone just to have a guy.
Yeah, that's a good card though too. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
If you control another colorless creature, it does damage. I mean, you have colorless creatures, so
sure, that's true. I think the 2 damage it deals isn't going to matter very often in our games. The games that we win, it's going to be because we just crush people with big creatures, and they're going to die by a lot. But it does have ingest, and it blocks too. It can trade with other things, which is great for us.
But just think of how satisfying it will be that if you get somebody down to 2 life with your big creatures and then play that.
And he's the one that just ends it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
you know that will be satisfying.
It will be. It's going to happen. Swarm Surge isn't really a Swarm Surge-y kind of deck. But what else are we taking? I don't know. It's a card. It's a playable, I guess. Well, I wouldn't. No, we don't need this guy. We have big guys up here. Smite the Monstrous is going to be good to have. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, you don't want to be passing that thing around either.
Yeah, that's true. It kills all our stuff. Do I want a Bone Splinters or a Mind Raker? We have a reasonable number of ways to exile things. Mind Raker could work, but it's just not very exciting. I think I'll take Bone Splinters just to have. I don't think I'll main deck it, but it does destroy a creature. Grave Birthing's not terrible, I guess, huh?
Mm-mm.
It can take us from 3 to 5 mana and get us to these guys, and it's colorless, and it, yeah, sure. Probably gonna actually run
Draw a
this
card.
deck, yeah. Just take this guy away. Well, I don't know if this deck really wants Unnatural Endurance. All our creatures are up here at the top end anyway. Okay. Well, I'm definitely not bummed to have to play some games of Magic with this deck. I think it'll be fun. Because we get to cast big, crazy stuff. And that's always fun.
Right.
Yeah. I'd love... Jeez. Our only 2-drop is this Bearer of Silence that can't block. Which means he's basically horrible in our deck. How did we not get a single 2-drop? That's how crazy this format is. There are a lot of 2-drops in black and white. Did we even see one? No, I guess we did. The McKindy Aeronauts. I passed a couple of those, but... Ugh. Our curve is so bad. If we hit an aggressive deck, we're going to struggle. But the Searing Light will help. The 2 Tar Snares will actually help against aggressive decks.
Mm-hmm.
This Zulaport Chain Mage is terrible and probably not even going to be in the deck, right? Yeah, I have 1 ally, this Core Sky Climber.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can't even run this guy. You're out to the bench. That puts us on 23. I guess we're an 18-land deck with all this top-end stuff. What's our last cut? Maybe Unnatural Endurance? Just because we don't really have any early creatures to play it on? We really don't have any early game. But late game, we're great. And Magic Online's not doing what it says it's going to do. So apparently white was not open at all. Because if you, other than these 2 isolation zones, I mean, I took these 4 white cards up here, the Expedition Raptor and the Sky Climber, in the first 5 packs or whatever too. And we basically didn't get anything white from then on, except for a Smite the Monstrous and randomly got this Searing Light. So I don't know what other color was open. If I went back and looked at it, I guess I don't feel like I really missed some wide open color, but I don't know. We ended up with a strange pile of cards here.
Yep.
So if we had to cut 1 card from this, I think it has to be the Unnatural Endurance. It's the card that just doesn't really fit in this pile. It's a great card, I think, but you have to have something to target it with. And so much of our creature base is way up here. I guess Expedition Raptor is weird in this deck, too. Just doesn't really do much. But I don't feel like I can cut a creature. I only have 14 creatures in this deck. Is there anything else up here that we might want?
The Sky Climber, maybe, but I mean...
To cut? No, I can't cut this. I need every creature I can get in the early game.
A tar snare? With the tar snare, I'll keep you alive, huh?
Yeah, I don't feel like we can really afford to cut that. Huh. I guess I'll leave the Expedition Raptor in. It does have flying, and it does, whatever. It can make a Pilgrim's Eye into a 2/2, or maybe make Warden of Geometries into a... God, that card's in our deck? Oy. Okay. How many ways do we actually have to exile things for the Ruin Processor? We've got the Dominator Drone, Grave Birthing, Oblivion Strike, and 2 Isolation Zones. Okay. Because the Witness the End is a possible card we could play, too. Yeah, we were just not supposed to be white at all, were we?
Mm-hmm.
We were probably supposed to be black, red, or something. I don't know. I don't remember seeing a lot of great red. See, our low creature count makes Holdout Settlement a lot worse too, but we just aren't going to have a lot of creatures we want to tap for mana. Well, oh yeah, we have this Seagate Wreckage too, which is better in a deck where you can actually dump your hand. I feel like it's going to take us a while to get rid of all our huge stuff, but it'll come up big. Alright, I guess I have to cut the Unnatural Endurance. I don't think I can go to 13 creatures. That just seems crazy. I like this alright. Yeah, okay. Bring on the lands. What do you think? Any changes you suggest, sir?
No, I think looks solid to me.
And if we can survive, we're going to get to play some big things, and that's going to be awesome.
You're going to smash some heads in, that's for sure.
Yeah, a lot of smashing. Yeah, these are some big guys. Endbringer is really good. Reality Smasher is big and tramply and haste, and this guy's huge, and this guy's huge. These guys are big. Sure. Let's see. So we're a little heavier black than white, except that we have 3 double white cards. So maybe we're just an even split, huh?
Yeah, I'd say an even split on them.
Yeah, the double white. Alright. 7 plains, 7 swamps. Anything else we're missing up here? We've got a Tar Snare that can come in from the sideboard. Witness the End. Unnatural Endurance will probably come in sometimes. Bone Splinters probably comes in sometimes. Those are the only really relevant cards over there, I think. Alright. Game on.
Game on.
See you for round 1.